is Apple Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice. Classic games on our tabletops. Hello, everybody. This is Apple Brian at Apple Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 9 of the 1960 tournament. Sorry I'm late today, but we had my phone camera was not working. So I had to make a quick change to my second camera being the computer. And I think we're ready to go. Hopefully it wasn't the home Wi-Fi and that this will maybe crash like my home one was, but I don't think it will. I think we'll be able to do a ball game. In 1955, the Boston Red Sox signed Bill Monboquet. He's known as the Fiery Frenchman, raised in Medford, Massachusetts, not too many miles away from Fenway Park. And they signed him, and Bill and his father and his mother went to Fenway Park. He grew up a Boston Braves fan, and he had been to the Braves Park many times. I think this was his first trip to Fenway Park. And he's sitting in the right field, and somebody next to him is all boozed up and spewing out profanities. And finally, they spill beer on Monboquet's mom. And so he gives his dad a look. His dad gives him a look, and they go at it with the drunk fan. 2 big policemen come, and they bring him to a holding cell in the bowels of Fenway Park. That was his first day at Fenway Park. Bill Monboquet was a 4-time All-Star, pitched a no-hitter, 2 one-hitters for the Red Sox. He was a leading starting pitcher. In the late 50s, he started in the middle of 1958 and pitched through the early 1960s for the Red Sox. I saw him pitch in Kansas City, and he also pitched in Kansas City against Satchel Paige. He was the last man that Satchel Paige struck out. He struck out Monboquet in the 3rd inning of the game, where he pitched 3 innings at an advanced age and only gave up 1 hit. That is Satchel Paige. Monboquet was the winning pitcher in that game. Bill Monboquet was also the pitcher that when Roger Clemens pitched his 20 strikeout game in 1986, he broke Monboquet's strikeout record, which was at 17. All right, let's go down to the field for the starting lineups of today's games. Leading off for the Boston Red Sox, Pete Reynolds, second base. Willie Tasby's in center field. Ted Williams in left field. Vic Wertz is at first base. Frank Malzone, third base. Russ Nicholson, catcher. Don Budden, shortstop. And Luke Clinton in right field. Bill Monboquet is the starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. Luis Aparicio will lead off and play shortstop. Nellie Fox is at second. Minnie Minoso in left field. Al Smith in right field. Roy Sievers at first base. Gene Freese at third base. Jim Landis at center field. Sherm Lawler, the catcher, and left-hander Billy Pierce is on the mound. This is where we are in the tournament thus far. We are in the second round. White Sox in the first round eliminated the Tigers 8-4 and 4-2. Red Sox eliminated the Orioles 6-3 and 10-3. All right, I think we're ready to go. Pete Reynolds steps into the box, and Billy Pierce is on the mound. He was the first pitch of the game. I don't have a third camera today, so we will not be able to see the die roll. I'll tell you what it is, 1-6. And that is a leadoff single for Pete Reynolds. I usually use 3 cameras on my broadcast, but since my phone wasn't working, we're down to 2 cameras. Reynolds is at first. There is no outs, and Willie Tasby is the batter. Billy Pierce gets the sign, goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-5 is a base hit by Willie, or 2-5 is another base hit. It's a fly ball to center field. That is caught by Jim Landis of the White Sox, 1 down. Now Teddy ball game, Ted Williams. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. We told you that Monboquet is something of a strikeout pitcher. So is Billy Pierce. Here's a pitch to Vic Wirtz, 2 outs and runner at first. 3-8 is a 2-star single. That's going to send Pete Reynolds to third. Wirtz is at first, and the Red Sox have first and third with 2 down. A threat in the first inning, Frank Malzone. Here we can do this. We can bring the scoreboard. Let's see. All right, let's do the scoreboard. Since I was planning to show the score sheet as we played, but at the last minute that became not possible. We are in Fenway Park, first inning. And we get a scoreboard up. All right, first and third, 2 outs. Here is Frank Malzone. 5-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Billy Pierce pitches his way out of the tight mess he got himself into in the first inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. Nothing with the White Sox coming to bat. All right, Monboquet, 14-11 in 1960 with a 3.64 earned run average. And he'll be facing a speedy team. And the speediest of the bunch is leading off. That is Luis Aparicio. All right, here's a pitch to Aparicio. 2-5 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Don Budden scoops and throws to first. 1 down. Nellie Fox. Fox, a contact man, only struck out 13 times in 1960. 2-9 is a line drive into right field for a base hit. First hit for the White Sox. He is one man in the lineup. He's not slow, 1 through 14 on base, but didn't steal many bases. Brings up Vinny Minoso, recently being included in the Hall of Fame. I think very deserving. 3-5 is a double play ground ball to the shortstop. Budden flips to Reynolds over to Wirtz. It's a 6-4-3 inning double play. No runs, a hit, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the top of the second inning. It's 0-0. All right, Billy Pierce, not the tallest man in the world. One of the smaller pitchers. Russ Nixon leads off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second inning, top of the second inning, 6-8 is a base hit, leadoff single for the catcher. Third hit for the Red Sox. Nixon's at first. Speed for stealing, not a threat to steal. Here's Don Budden. 7th man in the order. He's going to swing away. 5-7 is a ground ball to second base. Second baseman is Nellie Fox. He is a 2 fielder. 14 is the roll in the split die. That's going to be an out at second base. 4-6. Aparicio with the put out. The throw back to first was not in time, so Budden is now the runner at first base. And the 8th hitter, Lou Clinton, steps in with 1 out and 1 on. 4-8 is a base hit for Lou Clinton. No asterisks behind it. So in Strat-O-Matic, Budden could go to third. His speed is 1 through 12. He's going to hold at second. And the pitcher, Bill Mamboquette, comes to bat. First and second, one down. He's going to swing away. 1-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike three. 2 outs. Top of the order to the dangerous Pete Reynolds, 320 hitter in 1960, the American batting champion. There's a pitch to Reynolds, 5-7. Ground ball, second base, X. 5-2. And Nellie Fox makes that play, 4-3. Once again, Billy Pierce strands 2 Red Sox hopefuls. And in the second inning, there were no runs. 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. All right. Missed opportunities for the Red Sox early in the game. Al Smith will lead off for the White Sox. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch to Al Smith, 6-8. Is a fly ball to left field. That's Ted Williams' territory. He's under it and makes the catch. 1 down. Roy Sievers. 5-3 is a ground ball back to Mamboquette, the pitcher. And he's not going to get it. It's going to roll through and get into the center field for a base hit. Sievers is at first. Slow runner at first. Brings up Gene Freeze. Won a National League pennant with the Cincinnati Reds, playing third base for them in 1961. The next year, here's a pitch to Gene Freeze with a runner on first. 5-11 is a ground ball first base, X. That's Vic Wirtz. He's a 4. And that's a 3-6 force out of second base. Fielder's choice, then freezes the runner at first. Gene Freeze has B stealing in Strat-O-Matic. My home rules are first to check the catcher. Lawler is a 2, so he would take 2 off the stealing number. B is 1 through 13, for 1 through 11. This is a chance to be safe. He's going to hold and let Jim Landis swing away. 4-6 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's it for the White Sox in the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of the third. It's the Red Sox, nothing, and the White Sox, nothing. Billy Pierce got rings with the American League pennant winner, and of course in 1959 with the White Sox, but he was also on that 1962 team with San Francisco Giants that won a National League championship. Willie Tasby leads off for the Red Sox at the top of the third. 5-7 is a ground ball to second base, X. A lot of opportunities defensively for Fox, and he's going to make that play. Well, now, Tasby is retired. All right, here is Ted Williams. I just saw, I didn't watch the YouTube video, but I saw a YouTube video up that compared the swing of Babe Ruth with the swing of Ted Williams. 6-7 is a fly ball hit to right field. Al Smith is under it and makes the catch. Williams is retired. 2 up and 2 down in the third for the Red Sox. Vic Wirtz. 5-10. That's fly to the left side. Minnie Minoso giving chase and makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third, it's 0-0. Mamboquette will be facing in the last of the third, the very bottom of the White Sox order. Catcher Sherm Lawler, pitcher Billy Pierce, and then to the top in Appalachia. All right, here's the pitch to Lawler. 5-8 is a fly ball to right field. Lou Clinton makes the catch. 1 down. Here's the pitcher, Billy Pierce. And 6-9, ground ball shortstop X. That's Don Budden. He is a 4. And that's going to get through the infield and into left field for a base hit. All right, the pitcher, Billy Pierce, is on. Top of the order, and Louis Aparicio. 5-5 is a drive by the little Louis. It's not going to quite get out of here, but it's going to one hop up off the wall. Pierce will go to third. Aparicio will hold at second with a double. Second and third, Chicago, with only one down. And a good hitter, Nellie Fox, 289 in 1960, coming to bat. Red Sox will play the infield back. Let's see, the next hitter is Minoso, 311. Albuquerque will pitch Fox. Here's the pitch. 6-9 is a ground ball shortstop X. 18 is the die roll. The throw to first, and Fox is retired, but Pierce scores. Aparicio goes to third. So an RBI on the ground out by Nellie Fox. And the White Sox take the lead 1-0. Runner on third with 2 outs. Here is Minnie Minoso, the infield with 2 out playing back. Here's the pitch to Minoso, 6-6. That's a base hit by Minoso, and that will drive in Aparicio. RBI single, and it is 2-0 Chicago. B speed for Minoso at first base. The catcher Nixon's a 4, that adds 2, so 1 through 15 will be his chance to steal second. There he goes. He is thrown out at second base. Caught stealing is Minoso, 2-6. And that's the end of the bottom of the third inning, but the White Sox scored 2 on 3 hits. No errors and nobody left. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Chicago 2 and Boston 0. All right. Frank Malzone will lead off in the fourth inning for the Red Sox. He was a very dependable. A couple times he made the All-Star team. Very dependable third baseman for the Red Sox. Probably a little better defender than an offensive player, but he was not inept for that. Here's a pitch to Malzone. 2-3 is a pop-up on the infield. Nellie Fox calling for it, makes the catch. Here's Russ Nixon. All right, the pitch to Russ Nixon. 4-5 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs. Don Budden. 5-7 is a ground ball second base X. That is Fox. And it's going to get through for a 2-out single. Budden's at first. Now Lou Clinton. 8th hitter in the order. Pierce will pitch to him. 6-4 is a fly ball to center field. Jim Landis is under it and makes the grab. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 White Sox. Hi, Dwayne. I'm sorry I'm late today. I'm a little bit late. Gremlins are out today, Wayne. My phone camera was not working properly, so I was a little late getting started. Roy Sievers, actually it should be Al Smith. Roy Sievers and Gene Freeze will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. White Sox scored 2 in the bottom of the third to take a 2-0 lead, and that's where we are here now in the bottom of the fourth. Al Smith rolls a 2-6, grounded to third base. Frank Malzone scoops, makes a long throw across, retiring a speedy Al Smith. High school running back in the St. Louis area in his high school days. Here is Roy Sievers. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Mambo Kit strikes out Roy Sievers. That is his second strikeout. Gene Freeze. 5-8 is a fly ball to right field. Lou Clinton is under and makes the grab, so it's an easy inning for Mambo Kit as he rights the ship after the tough third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Chicago 2 and Boston nothing. All right, Billy Pierce is pitching for the White Sox. He returns to the mound, and he has his counterpart, Bill Mambo Kit, leading off the top of the 5th. Struck out his first time up. 3-2 is a pop-up on the infield. Shortstop Louis Aparicio flips the shades and makes the catch. 1 down. Top of the order, and Pete Reynolds, he was a 1960 batting champion, played several years for the Red Sox. He also played for the Washington Senators. 2-6 is a pop-up also on the infield. This time it's going to be Nellie Fox. 2 outs. Willie Tasby, speedy center fielder for the Red Sox. 6-6 is the roll, and that's a pop-up. 3 pop-ups in the inning. This time, first baseman Roy Sievers calls for it and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 2-0 Chicago. All right, Bill Mambo Kit returns to the mound for Boston. He has given up 2 runs on 5 hits. Last of the 5th inning, he's got the bottom of the order, Landis, Freeze, and the pitcher, Billy Pierce. 3-6 is a ground ball to third base. Frank Malzone scoops and throws across the diamond for the out. 1 down. Sherm Lawler. 2-6 is a pop-up on the infield, and that's also going to be Malzone. Makes the catch. 2 away. And if you can get the pitcher, you will retire 6 in a row after that 2-run 3rd inning. Billy Pierce singled his first time up and scored 1 of the runs in the 3rd inning. 5-6 is a long drive by Billy Pierce into the alley off the top of the wall. He is scooting around second and not stopping there. It's a triple for Billy Pierce. The pitcher is 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. So now the White Sox have a man 90 feet away. There are 2 outs. And here is Louis Aparicio, 277 hitter in 1960. Mambo Kit is going to pitch from the stretch. Gets a sign, gets a look to the runner. Here is the pitch to Aparicio, 2-7. Fly ball, skied the left field. It's going to be catchable. Ted Williams is under it and makes the grab. Aparicio's retired, and so are the White Sox in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go top of the 6th, 2-0 Chicago. All right, we got a bit of a pitching duel here. That could change in this inning. We're looking at the middle of the Red Sox order, men like Ted Williams, Vic Wertz, and Frank Malzone. They can change the scoreboard in a hurry. Teddy Ballgame, his first time up, struck out, fly to right. But he's overdue. There's a pitch to Ted Williams. 4-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Billy Pierce has had his number. Williams goes back to the dugout, frustrated, 1 down. Vic Wertz. 6-7, fly ball to right field. Al Smith is tracking it and makes the catch. Wertz flies out deep to right. Here's Frank Malzone. Like Ted Williams, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and also a pop-up. 5-5 is a swing and a miss, another strikeout for Billy Pierce. Billy Pierce is rolling along. He has retired 12 of the last 13 Red Sox, actually 14 of the last 15 Red Sox. No runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 2-0 in Chicago. I mentioned, I think in the opening, I saw Bill Monboquette pitch in person at Kansas City's Municipal Stadium, which is about 2.5 miles from where I sit right now, if it still existed. And it was not a good day for Monboquette. What I remember most of that day was him talking to a friend in the walkway where the Red Sox came out of their locker, and that was just a few feet from where I was sitting, so I got a good look at him. Seemed like a friendly man. There is. No, if in that game, though, the A's won that game like 15-4 or something like that. I remember Norm Sebring hit one off the scoreboard. All right, last of the six for the White Sox. Fox, Minoso, and Smith. Monboquette's challenge. He's been pretty solid lately, retiring the last 8 White Sox hitters. Pitch to Fox. 2-2 has popped up on the infield. Vic Wirtz is under it and makes the catch. Fox is retired. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Brings up Minnie Minoso, the third place hitter, and one of the newest Hall of Fame members. Here's the pitch to Minoso, 3-8. Ground ball to third base. Malzone scoops and throws across. 2 down. Here's Al Smith. For 7 is a split chance. 1 through 6 is a base hit. The split value is a 4, so it's a single for Al Smith. C stealing and Nixon's a 4, so that adds 2 to the steal number. 1 through 13. Roy Severs is the hitter. 295 batter with 28 home runs. He's going to hold it first. Here's the pitch. 6-9 is a ground ball shortstop X. Don Budden is a shortstop. He's a 4. Base hit, single. 1 base advance. First and second now with 2 outs. Severs is at first. Al Smith's at second base. Here's Gene Freeze. Chance for the Red Sox to extend their lead. 2-5 is a ground ball to shortstop. Don Budden has this one and throws to first. That's it for the White Sox. We go to the top of the 7th. There were no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. 2 left. Top of the 7th. White Sox 2 and the Red Sox 0. All right, the Pelhos caught in a tight game here at home. Oh, actually, I got the wrong thing on the scoreboard. Did that in a hurry. It should be the White Sox up here. White Sox are the home team. Timeout. Yeah, let's put up a nod to the 1917 White Sox. I don't think I have the modern. Yeah, I'm not seeing the modern Chicago White Sox thing, but we are in Comiskey Park. I had the wrong thing on the scoreboard. Well, the Gremlins are out today, top of the 7th inning. This is the chance for fatigue. 3 bad things happen to a pitcher. He gets tired, and all the plus ground balls roll to the infield. Russ Nixon leads off for Boston in the top of the 7th. Red Sox are down by 2. 3-6 is a line drive to Nellie Fox at second base. Fox has had a good game defensively over there. Don Budden comes up, 1 down. Base is clear. 3-7 is a base on balls. Now the bases aren't clear. With every Red Sox runner, the potential tying run comes to the plate. And that potential tie and run is Luke Clinton, 6 homers, 228 hitter. 1-7 is a ground ball third base, fielded by Freeze. To Fox, Deceivers, it's a 5-4-3 double play. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 2-0, Chicago. As it was the case with Billy Pierce, Billy Moquette is in his fatigue inning. And Jim Landis leads off for Chicago. 4-2 is a pop-up on the infield. Don Budden is under it, flips the shades, and makes the two-handed catch. 1 down. There's Sherman Lawler, the catcher. 3-9, grounded to the shortstop, Budden. The throw to first, 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Bill Moquette, who has only 1 mark against his fatigue. He's going to bat and stay in. 4-11 is a ground ball back to the pitcher. Or this is Pierce. He's only got 1 batting. He grounds back to Moquette, the pitcher. Throw to first. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors. Let's go to the 8th. 2-0 Chicago. Red Sox are running out of opportunities, only 6 outs to play with, and the pitcher, Bill Moquette, is scheduled to bat first. Boston will go to the bench and bring in a pitch hitter, so Moquette pitches 7 innings, give up 2 earned runs. He's the pitcher on the hook for this game. And the new Boston pitcher will be warming up in the bullpen. Mike Forniels. Mike Forniels is warming up. And the pitcher for Boston will be, or pitch hitter. Let's go with Bobby Thompson. All right. So Bobby Thompson will pitch hit. I'm guessing it's the same Bobby Thompson that's spelled same way without a P. I was not aware that he played with the Red Sox. But there you go. Learn something new every day. Billy Pierce is still on for the White Sox. There's a pitch to the pitch hitter, Bobby Thompson. 3-8 is a pop-up on the infield. Louis Aparicio moves toward the mound, puts the shades, and makes the catch. 1 down. All right, that brings up Pete Reynolds. Reynolds, a 320 hitter, is 1 for 3 on today's game. 2-9 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Pierce has flanned 2, 4, 5 Red Sox batters. Wally Tasby. And 3-8 is the roll. That's a base on balls. Wally Tasby takes first. He is a fast runner, but not a base stealer. Ted Williams comes up. He represents a tie and run. Not sure we're going to pitch the Teddy ball game. 282, 19 homers is Vic Wertz. Now Billy Pierce is going to accept the challenge. He may regret it. Here's the pitch to Ted Williams. 5-8 is a drive by Ted Williams. It's going to get down and be a single with Willie Tasby going all the way to third. So Williams comes through in the clutch. Didn't quite knock him in, but at first and third with 2 down. Here's Vic Wertz. And by the way, that is the 3rd mark against Billy Pierce, so he's going to call it a day. White Sox are going to go to the bullpen. Pierce goes 7 2/3. So far, he has not given up a run. New pitcher for Chicago. Let's see. Will be Wes Kimmer. I think Wes Kimmer also played with the White Sox, or also played with the Red Sox earlier in his career. So Russ Kimmer comes on. He has a 3.59 ERA, 6-5 on the season. All right, 2 on, 2 outs. Williams is at first. Willie Tasby is at second, or rather at third. The runner's on the corners. There's a pitch to Vic Wertz. 3-8 is a base hit by Vic Wertz. That drives in Willie Tasby. Ted Williams rounds second. He'll go all the way to third. RBI single for Vic Wertz, and the Red Sox are on the board here in the 8th inning. It is now 2-1, Chicago. Frank Malzone charged that run to Billy Pierce. Malzone is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. 2-7 is a fly ball to the left field. Manny Minoso will catch up to it and make the grab. 3 outs, but the White Sox get on the board with 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. There was 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Chicago 2 and Boston 1. All right, new pitcher for the Red Sox is Mike Fornieles. And he will be facing the top of the Red Sox order. Louis Aparicio, Nelly Fox, and Manny Minoso. White Sox have the slimmest of leads, 2-1. Here's the pitch to Aparicio for Mike Fornieles. 112 is a line drive to Malzone at third. He snags it, and there's 1 down. Brings up Nelly Fox. Very tough strikeout, only 13 strikeouts in 1960. 5-10 is a fly ball to center field X. That's Willie Tasby. He's a 3. 1 on the split die is an out. Tasby makes the catch. 2 outs, and that brings up Manny Minoso. 4-6 is a base hit for Minoso. He's on. He's got speed, but he's already been caught stealing once in this game. So 2 outs. White Sox have a runner first. Here is Al Smith. 4-5 is a drive by Al Smith. It's deep to left field, off the wall. Minoso rounding third, and we can add 2 because there's 2 outs in the inning. So he's going to try to score. Minoso is 118. He'll be safe. Smith will go to third. If they throw through, they do not. RBI double for Al Smith. Now the Sox have a runner at third for Roy Sievers. There's 2 outs. Sievers. 3-6 is a drive by Roy Sievers. It's off the wall. Split chance 1-9. That's 11 on the die. That will score Al Smith. White Sox with 2 here in the 8th. It's now 4-1 Chicago. Gene Freeze. 5 is a strikeout. But Chicago pads their lead in the 8th inning with 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 stranded. We go to the 9th. Chicago White Sox 4 and the Boston Red Sox 1. Let's see. I got to catch up on my line score here. Productive last of the 8th for the White Sox. Now, top of the 9th, Nixon, Clinton, and the pitcher are due to bat for Boston. They do not have a very deep bench. Russ Kemmer will come back out and try to get his 3rd save. He has 2 saves in 1960. That's the way we're going to go. Here's Russ Nixon stepping into the plate, up to the plate. 3 chances left for the Red Sox. 1-5 is a base hit for Russ Nixon. He does his job. No speed at first, but his run's not the important run. They're down by 3. Here comes Don Budden. Kemmer wants to roll 2. 6-10 is a fly ball to center field X. Jim Landis is, I believe, a 1 in center field. He's a very good center fielder. Die roll is an 8, and he makes the catch. Very deep center field. Nixon's going to be able to pick up and go to second. So now we have a runner at second for Boston. There is 1 down. Lou Clinton. Five, 4 is the roll. That's catcher's card X. The White Sox catcher is Sherman Muller. He's a 2. Pop up, back toward the screen. Lawler loses the mask and makes the catch. Checks the runner at second. There are now 2 down, and Boston will bring up a pitch hitter. That's Gary Geiger. He hit against Russ Kemmer. Gary Geiger, 302 hitter in 1960. Last call for the Red Sox. Here's the roll. 6-4 is a ground ball to third base X. Gene Freese is a 4. 6-4 is base hit for Geiger. He rolls 1 past Freese into left field. Nixon will hold at third. Again, his run doesn't count. He could try to score, but first and third, there's 2 outs. Top of the order, and Mike Forneals. That's the pitcher who's just hit for. He's not batting. Pete Reynolds, rather, is up the bat. Tough chore for Kemmer, 320 here in 1960. Runner at first with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 5-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. He strikes out Pete Reynolds. He's a fairly tough strikeout, 50 in 1960. That ends the ball game. In the top of the 9th, the Red Sox score none. They get 2 hits. Strand 2 runners. Final score, Chicago White Sox 4, Boston Red Sox 1. So the Red Sox have 1 run on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hits. There were no errors in this game. The White Sox score 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Billy Pierce, who goes 7 2/3. Kemmer gets 1 2/3 and gets a save. And the losing pitcher is Bill Mambuquet, who pitched well, 7 innings. He gave up 2, but he will be settled with a loss. Dwayne is asking, what are those, Brian? Very cool. Maybe he's talking about the marker on the scoreboard. And this one in particular I made. It's just sometimes they're called pogs, or this little disc. You can get some Major League disc on eBay. That's where I got most of mine, but quite a few of mine I made, and then put Velcro on the back and a Velcro strip on the scoreboard. So that's how that happens on the scoreboard. Just needs an operator who knows what city's in. I had Boston up for most of the game. Now, see the logo, is that what it's called? Logo. Oh, yeah, the logo that you're asking about is the 1917 Chicago White Sox logo. That's what they went with. White Sox had a lot of cool logos. Used to have a disc with the White Sox. White Sox logo that was a white sock on a diamond. But I don't think I still have that anymore. Anyway, here's what the tournament now looks like, with Boston losing the first game. These are best 2 of 3 series. I'll most likely play the next 2 games offline, and then we'll go straight into the championship series. Braves and Pirates in the National League, and whoever wins this series. The last series, Yankees dropped game 1, but came back offline and won 5-4 and 6-5 to make it to the championship game. So it'll either be Boston or Chicago in the championship series, best of 3. And we know for sure in the National League it's going to be the Braves at the Pirates. Dwayne, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day, and may God bless. We will probably see you again on Tuesday night on Rob's show when we do our NFL picks. And just a reminder for those who are watching, I do the NFL picks on Tuesday night with my son-in-law. I did them solo last week. My son-in-law had an emergency at work. He runs a computer system at a hospital, and their computer nurse call system went down, so he had to stay about an hour and a half overtime and fix that, so he's not able to be home for the show. Hopefully he'll be here tomorrow, and we'll make our picks. Week 14 in the NFL looks like it's going to be a very tough week to pick. A lot of close games, a lot of important games next week. Thanks for watching. Again, God bless.